We are here with Mr. Algernon Tennyson
Yes.
at Patterson Baptist Church.
Woo woo, represent A-Town down.
And we were invited, or I was invited by a person here named Gideon to hear
Gideon,
some.
the man.
Yes, sir. To hear some good words of wisdom. First off, what's been going on here with you at Patterson Baptist Church?
We are having a social distancing youth camp. And we're doing the book of James. And James was the half-brother of Jesus. And so we kind of been walking through the book of James. James was a heavy hitter, girl. He was like, bam, bam, Mike Tyson. I'm going to tell you straight up how it is. I might knock a couple of your teeth out. But, you know, James is a straight shooter. And so it's been really good to go from quarantine, social distancing, to bam, the book of James that gets right into the heart of the gospel and what the life of believers should look like.
Yes, sir. Secondly, where do you plan to go next?
I am going next to Glen Rose, Texas. So I'm going to Glen Rose, Texas to do a camp out there for about a week. I'm excited. It's the first camp I've ever did. The church that booked me is out of New Mexico, but they've been doing this camp out in Texas for who knows how many years, and I'm the guest speaker this year. And so I'm excited about doing that. It's one of the few camps that I booked last year that did not cancel on me because of the COVID. They're doing a lot of restrictions, and the camp usually runs anywhere from 800 to 1,200 kids, and they're only able to do 400 with all the social distancing and the kids they're going to allow at the camp. But I'm still excited. That's going to be a pretty cool camp. So I'll be in Glen Rose, Texas with the Cowboys!
If you had some words of wisdom for our viewers, what would they be?
It would be to cling to Jesus for dear life. It would be to get off of so much social media right now because it can be so divisive, and fill your minds with the Word of God. Let the Lord renew your minds more than you let CNN and Fox and C-SPAN and everybody else. Let's let the Lord shape what we do, how we treat people, what we think. And so it's time for the church, not the world. If you're a Christian, I'm talking to you. It's time for Christians to get into the Word and let that kind of dictate who we are, how we treat each other, and what we do in life. So I would challenge the church to let's be more about the Scriptures than we've ever been before about the Scriptures.
Lastly, I would like for you to take this opportunity to invite as many people for tomorrow night.
Yes. Guys, come on out. Book of James. It is just an amazing, amazing book. It will challenge your heart, but more than anything, we are practicing social distancing. If you're not comfortable, bring a mask, do whatever. But man, let's come together and have koinonia. That's just Greek for fellowship. Let us do life together. Hopefully you're missing people. Zoom is great, Skype is great, Google Meet, Microsoft Team, all these things are wonderful, but nothing will ever be face-to-face encounter. Look, y'all see, it may not be 6 feet, but it's pretty close, okay? Y'all see Tiny right here. She's about the size of one of my hands, by the way. And by the way, she's super tiny. And but just to see her is a blessing because we can do life face-to-face, and God has called us to do relations. We're honoring the distancing stuff because to kind of bring this pandemic down, but we ultimately know this can't be God's will. Jesus did not eat meals 6 feet away from his disciples. Okay, so we're doing this for a time to help suppress this virus and to be a good witness to those who may be afraid of these type of things. But ultimately, we're praying for God to get rid of this and we can get back to doing life with one another. It's kind of hard to make disciples with people when you can't see them. There's only so much intimacy you can have with someone over a computer screen. But there's nothing like face-to-face, old school, relational things. And that's what we do when we come together. The church, we get to see each other again, be encouraged by one another, sharpen one another, love one another, weep, rejoice with one another. So please come out. If you've been lonely, frustrated, sitting in your home all alone, there's only so many video games and so many Netflix shows you can watch. Come do some real life with some real people. Please come out tomorrow night. We're going to start earlier at 6:30, and we'll go anywhere from 6:30 to 8:30, hanging out. Kids are back here now, clogging their arteries with some barbecue, hanging out. So please come hang out with us. We look forward to seeing you. God bless you, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me interview you.
Yeah.
And you heard it here from Unedited Real Talk right now, and I am a community